I like that I don't think we've ever heard that music before. I like that's an entirely new song. It's not the... Wait, hold on. How long is this recording? We're 22 minutes, bro. Bro, at this point, I might as well have made the last episode the one episode. Just made it like a 3-hour episode. Man. Hello, Nesties. Now, you might be wondering, hey, Neon, didn't that last episode kind of end off in a weird spot? And why are you starting in the middle of the song this time? Well, one, that's because it was getting too warm in here, and I was going kind of crazy, and I couldn't sit there any longer. As you'll see, I get increasingly annoyed or impatient as the beginning of this episode goes on. And two, it was because I thought it was going to be too long. And three, this is starting in a weird spot because I am trying some stuff out with the audio. I'm trying to sync up the audio better with my mouth movements. I thought I got it nailed down, but I'm trying to get a better match for the game audio and my audio because I've noticed that I think my mic audio has been a little bit too early. I have an offset set in OBS, and I think that's actually a bit too early. So I got rid of all the offsets. There's no delay, there's no inverse delay, there's nothing. Everything's just plain normal. I did some audio syncing for Editor Neon before starting this part of the recording, or at least what you're going to see in this part of the recording. So let's just get right into it. Also, if I sound different, like I sound quieter, it's because I had to turn my mic down because I'm running a bunch of fans in the background, and the mic kept picking them up, and I didn't want that to happen while I was sitting here doing nothing. So what's going to happen is I'm going to load this save right here, and you're saying, Neon, that's not what happened last time. I'm going to load this save and continue playing, and then from this point on, we're going to cut back into last week, or what I recorded last week that was supposed to be part of last week's episode, but ended up being part of this episode because it was just too long. Hopefully we finished the game. Anyway, let's go. And we're at the school pool now. Hoa! Is this gonna be the last CG? This keeps going! It just keeps going! Now let's see. That was actually 0.1 seconds faster. You're amazing, Riku.
0.1秒で勝負変わっちゃう時もあるんだもんね。
A tenth of a second can be enough to change everything.
十分勝負決まるタイム差だからな。もうちょっといけたと思ったんだけどな。
It can mean the difference between winning and losing. I could still probably have done a little bit better though.
地区予選通って次は県大会だもんね。
After prelims, the next step is the prefectural championship, right?
インターハイとかじゃないけど、そこそこ大きな大会なんだ。今日は基礎トレだけだったんだけど、落ち着かなくてさ。
It's not on the same level as the National High School Tournament, but it's still a pretty big competition. We just had basic training today, but I couldn't seem to calm down.
自主練なんだよね。でも予選会の後なんだから、無理しちゃダメだよ。
Your practice today is voluntary, right? You only just finished your prelims, so don't push yourself too hard.
もちろん。けど、今は泳いでる方が落ち着くんだよな。
I won't. Swimming is how I blow off steam, though.
私も泳ぎたくなってきた。
You're making me want to start swimming too.
邪魔しちゃダメですからね。
Don't even... that's not her voice. Don't even think of messing with her.
しないよ。リクと水泳勝負しても勝てないって知ってるしね。単に遊びで泳ぎたいってこと。
I won't. I know I've got no chance of winning against Riku in a serious competition. I just want to play in the water and have fun.
8月末くらいまでだったらギリギリ海水浴場やってるよな。それなら大会の後でも間に合うけど、でも
You can still swim in the ocean up to the end of August. We should have time to go to the beach after my championship, though it'll be pushing it.
海で泳ぐのも楽しいかも。牛もちゃの大きな浮き輪も売ってるそうですよ。
Swimming in the ocean might be fun. I think they sell Mocho branded inner tubes.
夏休みらしいことしたいしね。
Yeah, I want to do something that really makes it feel like we're in summer break.
なら行こうぜ、海。 よーし、やる気出てきた。もう一本泳いでくるからタイム測定よろしくな。
Oh, okay then. In that case, take me to the beach. I'm super pumped now. I'm gonna try for another lap, so time me. You can have the mountains. Diana dear! Hello? Okay.
やっぱ運動後のドーナツはしみるな。
You know, donuts won't make you put on weight if you eat them after exercising.
いくらでも食べられるよね。
That means we can have as many as we want.
しおりは運動後じゃなくない？
You didn't even do any exercise, Shiori. I'm still not sure any of what they're saying makes sense, but it's comforting to see the two of them sitting together, chowing down on a pile of donuts. It's been a week since Shiori talked with her father and decided she wanted to live on her own. She's continuing to stay at my place. She is thinking about moving back to her old house temporarily until she can find a place to rent. But after talking with my parents, they decided that she can stay with us for the time being. Since they've made a commitment, they want to see it through. I guess that's not so different from what Shiori was raised to believe, but in this case, I think it's for the best. It seems like she's really gotten into comedy ever since we spent those couple days at the hotel, and I'm kind of curious to know exactly how much time she spends watching comedy routines on TV and video sharing sites.
そういえばさ、引っ越しはいつ頃なんだ？
By the way, when do you think you'll be moving out?
12日だよ。11日に新しく買ってもらった大きな荷物が届いて、その次の日。
On the 12th. I'm getting a big package full of brand new stuff on the 11th, so the day after that.
それって今週末じゃねえか。ずいぶん早いんだな。
That's the end of this week. I didn't realize it was like happening so soon.
カオルさんのお母さんたちも手伝ってくれて、物件探しも順調に進んだの。お父さんの家とカオルさんの家の中間くらいの場所に決めたんだ。
Yeah, Kaoru-san's parents are helping as well, and the apartment hunt went incredibly smoothly. I settled on a place that's in between my father's home and Kaoru-san's. I helped as well. It turns out that searching for apartments on the internet is kind of fun. It seems obvious in retrospect, but I'd never thought about the importance of stuff like rent or the number of rooms in a place. I was honestly pretty clueless. I guess that's to be expected, all things considered, but I was able to learn a lot by helping Shiori in her apartment hunt.
そっか、よかったじゃんか。引っ越しが落ち着いたら、私遊びに行っていいか？
That sounds great. And maybe I can stop by and check it out once you're all settled in?
もちろん。でもリクはまず大会に集中だよ。
Of course, but shouldn't you focus on your championship first?
おう、もちろん。しおりの引っ越しの手伝いできねえのは残念だけど、私は私のできることを全力でするよ。
Oh, I will. I feel bad I can't help you move, but I'll be doing what I can with everything I got.
で、またか。
Not again. She says without looking at her phone, even though it just buzzed 3 times in a row.
この前言ってた後輩の子？
Is that kohai of yours still bothering you?
そうなんだよ。なんか部活終わった後とか狙いすましたみたいに連絡くんだよな。
Yeah, they keep texting me after practice ends, almost like they're lying in wait until I'm free.
水泳部の子じゃないの？
Wait, so they're not a member of the swim team?
そう、水泳部関係ない1個下の女子。どっか遊びに行くって話になってんだけど、あんまり趣味が合わないから全然決まらなくてさ。
Right, she's a girl 1 grade down who's had nothing to do with the team. She wants to hang out, but we don't have a lot in common, so we haven't figured out anything to do together. Riku puts her phone away without replying to any of her messages. Rest in peace. She then returns her attention to the donut waiting in her other hand and takes a bite out of it.
いいの？連絡返さなくて。
Wow, shouldn't you text her back at least?
すぐ返事しなくていいって言われてるし、長くなるから帰ってから返事するよ。
Nah, I don't have to reply right away, and it could take a while to sort stuff out with her, so I'll just send her a text when I get back home.
あ、そうそう。 さっき海に行くって話してただろ。その予定も考えようぜ。
Which reminds me, remember how we talked about going to the beach? I've been thinking of this perfect plan. We proceed to talk about which beach would be best, if we should stay somewhere close by overnight, and other stuff like that. It'll be another fun trip like before, although our relationships will be slightly different this time around. Still, Riku is trying hard to remain positive. Probably because she knows how meaningful this time of my life is to me.
ありがとね、リク。
Thank you, Riku.
私が予定決めるのなんていつものこと。ああ、バカ。そういうのは言わないからいいんだろ。
Why do I always end up having to make all the plans? Crap, I'm such a bonehead. I shouldn't be saying stuff like that.
私だって、私がしたいようにしてんだからさ。
After all, I'm just doing what I want, like everyone else. Why do they keep fading out? I don't get these transitions. I'm being blinded again. Stop. Stop. I don't want to look. Okay, we're back to clouds. The museum! It's the day after we joined Riku for her training session and then ate lunch together. Shiori and I are visiting an art museum in Roppongi. The reason why we're here is...
下月さんすごいですね。こんなに立派な美術館に絵が飾られるんですから。
I'm impressed. Shimotsuki-san must be a fantastic artist to have her work displayed in this museum. I decided to stop by the museum after hearing from Mide-san for the first time since the day she told me she loved me. Out of the blue, I got an invitation from her to check out her work at the museum. As if knowing why I might be resistant to accept her invitation, she mentioned Shiori was welcome to join me as well.
そうだね。だけど意外じゃないかも。美術教室じゃないところでどういう活動をしてるのか知らなかったけど、ミレイさんの絵は素人の私でも綺麗だって思うし。
Yeah, though it's not that surprising. I'm not sure what she does outside of her art classes, but even an amateur like me can tell how impressive her paintings are.
はい。私も下月さんの絵はすごく好きです。
Oh yes, I really love her art.
偶然だったけど見つけてたもんね。最初に2人で出かけた時に。
It's kind of funny how we managed to find one of her paintings by chance the first time we hung out together. With the way time has passed, I'm not sure whether to say it's only been 2 months or that it's already been 2 months since then. Either way, a whole lot has changed in that time. Game?
2人ともおはよう。
That was sudden. Oh, good morning, you two.
おはようございます。
Good morning.
朝日先生、おはようございます。
Miss Asahi, good morning.
みなぎさん、引っ越しはもうすぐ？準備はできてる？
You're moving soon, right, Minagi-san? All ready to go?
はい。もともと物は多くないのと、全部のものを持っていくわけではないので、もうほとんど終わっています。
Yes, I didn't have a lot of stuff to begin with, and I'm not bringing all of it with me, so I'm basically all packed.
そう、よかった。慌ただしい夏休みになっちゃったけど、元気そうな顔をしてくれてるから安心した。
I'm glad to hear it. I know this wasn't the peaceful summer break you were hoping for, but it's good to see you looking well.
カオルさんの家でとてもよくしてもらっているので、朝日先生も夏休み中、何度も相談に乗ってくださってありがとうございます。
Haru-san and her family have been taking good care of me. I also very much appreciate that you took time out from your own summer break in order to meet with me.
私は当然のことをしてるだけだよ。さて、ミレイは美術教室の生徒さんたちと話してるらしいから、今のうちに絵を見に行っちゃいましょう。
I was just doing my job. I think Mide is busy talking to some art students, so why don't we check out her paintings in the meantime?
はーい。
Okay. The museum has several exhibits, and Mide-san's art is currently being displayed in one that's free to enter. The exhibit features a bunch of pieces that were entered in a contest, so they're linked by similar techniques and themes. Her painting apparently won an award, though there are plenty of pieces from other artists who participated as well. I'm sure they're all unique in their own way, but to be honest, they all look the same to me. With that said,
ミレイさんの絵すぐわかったね。
I could tell right away which one was hers.
はい、それに今日の絵は綺麗なだけじゃなくて迫力を感じました。
I know. Not only is it beautiful, but there's a powerful aura about it.
見入られて心がざわつく、イフのような感情もかきたてられて、風景を描いているのにこういう気持ちになるのは不思議でした。
It's fascinating, even awe-inspiring. It's strange how a simple landscape painting can conjure up such emotions.
みなぎさんの言いたいこと私も少しわかるかも。
I think I understand where you're coming from.
国語の教師が生徒の言葉を借りるのは良くないんじゃない？自分の言葉で感想を言わないと。
Shouldn't a Japanese language teacher be able to come up with their own reaction instead of piggybacking off of their students' ideas? Use your own words to express how you feel.
Of course, Mide-san picks this exact moment to show up. Her face seems more filled out and less pale compared to the last time I saw her, and I know it's not just thanks to her choice of makeup.
みなぎちゃんみたいに思ってくれるのは特に嬉しいね。あの絵は私の原風景をそのまま心の赴くままに描いてみたんだ。で、あんまり自分で語るものじゃないね。
I'm especially happy that you feel that way, Minagi-chan. I painted this landscape painting while listening to my heart, though it's fairly uncouth to toot one's own horn.
あ、そうだ。本日はご足労賜り、どうもありがとうございました。
Oh, also, thank you so much for coming here today.
何それ。
Seriously?
ほら、来てもらったんだから一応言っておかないとね。あ、立花の言葉も嬉しかったよ。あの言葉は私そのものを見つけてもらったのと同じ意味だ。
Since I invited you here, it's only polite for me to thank you for accepting. Your words filled me with joy as well, Tachibana. It's as if you can see me in each and every one of my pieces.
だって素直な気持ちやっぱ好きだな、先生の絵。
Hey, I only said it because it was true. I really love your paintings.
どうも。立花は素直が一番だよ。ほい、じゃあ次はカヨの感想ね。語彙力と文章力に期待してるよ。
Thank you. Your honesty is your best attribute. Now then, it's your turn to share your thoughts, Kayo. I'm hoping for something that pushes your vocabulary and writing skills to the test.
朝日先生がどういう言葉で下月さんの絵を表現するのか気になります。
I'm curious to hear exactly what words Miss Asahi uses to describe Shimotsuki-san's paintings.
みなぎさんまで。どうしよう。ちょっと待ってね。春はあけぼの。
Not you too, Minagi-san. I don't know. Hang on. The viewer can tell spring is in the air by the,
It's a playful and lighthearted exchange, though Mide-san is clearly making fun of Asahi-sensei. I guess adults aren't much different from us high schoolers. They're just older, I think to myself. I suddenly noticed a flyer with Mide-san's painting on it. Along with the painting, there's a short comment written on the piece of paper.
これからは心機一転、海外での個展開催を目指して精力的に活動していく。だって。私に言わないのがミレイさんらしいかな。あれ？
I plan on making a fresh start and devoting myself to my craft with the hopes of sharing my work worldwide.
She never said anything about that to me, but it pretty much sounds like her. Huh? Apparently, reproductions of the painting are on display for purchase. Reproductions of the painting on display are available for purchase. All you have to do is fill out a reservation form and pay for the piece now, and a signed copy will be sent to you at a later date.
結構高い。
That's pretty expensive. That's too expensive.
I'm immediately taken back by the asking price. It's about equivalent to the amount of cash she slipped me on that fateful evening to cover my cab fare home. I ended up taking the train home instead, which left me with plenty of money left over, and I ended up hanging on to it since I couldn't figure out a good way to spend it.
変な偶然。
What a weird coincidence. I discreetly write my name and address on the reservation form, and then pay for it in the museum's gift shop, finally taking out the envelope full of cash that's been sitting in the bottom of my backpack. I know she's gonna find out what I did eventually, since she'll have to address the signed message to me, but I decide to keep quiet about it for the time being.
届くの楽しみだな。
I can't wait to get it.
どうしたんですか？
Get what?
なんでも。
Oh, nothing important.
嘘ですよね。
You expect me to believe that?
じゃあ、内緒。
It's a secret.
何ですかそれ。も
Why won't you just tell me? Sheesh.
う。まったく。美術館でイチャイチャするなってカヨが言ってたよ。
For crying out loud, didn't Kaio tell you no flirting in the art museum?
言ってない。今のは微笑ましいやりとりだと思うんですけど。
I didn't. That was a pretty amusing conversation, though.
じゃあ、教室で不死だらなことをするなとは言ってたね。
I'm sure she warned you to not to get all handsy in the classroom at least.
それは言った。
I, did.
ついでに、自分は全然キスしてないのにって言ってたからしといた。
I think she was mostly mad because she'd never been kissed, so I took care of that for her.
あれは酔っ払って。
I was drunk, you know.
ところでさ、立花。そのスニーカー、似合ってんじゃん。
Look at her face. She's like... By the way, Tachibana, the sneakers look good on you.
いや、このタイミングで言わないでほしいし、衝撃的な発言聞こえたんだけど。
Oh, I really wish you hadn't brought those up right now.
あ、今日のスニーカーってもしかしてあの時の。
Hang on. Don't tell me these are the same sneakers you were holding that day. Or amongst the pandemonium, Mide-san begins laughing. It's not her usual snicker, but something more genuine and innocent, even childlike.
さて、じゃあみんなでご飯食べに行こうか。久々に新宿の喫茶店行きたいけど、あそこ禁煙なんだよね。
Now then, how about we all get something to eat? It's been a while since I last stopped by Lion House in Shinjuku, though they don't allow smoking.
高校生の前なんだから禁煙のことくらい我慢したらどう？
Considering there are high school students with us, can't you just not smoke for the time being?
嫌だね。私はもう自分に嘘をつくのはやめたの。
Nope. I made a vow to stop lying to myself.
立花さん、ご飯を食べた後も時間ありますよね。
Tachibana-san, will you still have some time after we eat?
うん、あるよ。
Yeah, sure.
では、スニーカーを買いに行きましょう。
In that case, I want to go sneaker shopping with you.
あ、うん。
Huh? Oh, okay.
まったく嫌になるくらいお似合いだね。正直ちょっと羨ましい。
The two of you are almost disgustingly perfect together. Honestly, I'm kinda jealous.
私、明日は朝遅いから付き合うよ。
I don't have anywhere until later. I don't have to be anywhere until later in the morning tomorrow. Want to join me?
おごり？
Does that mean you're paying?
さっきのコンクールの賞金がまあまあだったのちゃんと知ってるんだけど。
Aren't you rolling in money right now thanks to that contest?
はいはい。じゃあ今日は私のおごり。その代わり朝まで付き合ってもらうからね。
Fine, fine. Drinks are my treat then. But you better keep me company until the sun rises tomorrow morning.
明日休みとは言ってないんだけど。まあ、仕方ないの。
I said I didn't have to come in early, not that I don't have to come in at all. Well, I just can't say no to you.
はい、現地取った。甘やかしてくれてありがとね。
It's a promise then. Thanks for putting up with me. No, stop! Blinded by the light. No, I missed my chance. I didn't get it before it started fading to white. UsoNatsu. Tachibana home living room. It's 2 days after we went to see Mire-san's painting at the museum. Shiori is moving out the day after tomorrow, meaning she'll only be here in my place for 2 more days.
美味しいです。
Oh, she got new mocha merch. Wow, it's so delicious.
美味しいね。
So they call mocha uchi mocha, which means if you had mocha merch, would it be like uchi mercha? Yeah, it really is.
よかった。夏だからお鍋はどうかなって思ったんだけど、やっぱりお祝い事の時はすき焼きがいいなって思ったの。
I'm so glad you liked it. I know it's a little weird to eat hot foods in the summer, but what's the celebration without some good old-fashioned sukiyaki, right?
奮発してA5ランクの黒毛和牛にしたからな。たくさん食べてな。ああ、カオル、こっちのお肉も煮えてるから、しおりちゃんに取ってあげな。
I went all out and got some A5 grade black wagyu. Make sure to eat up. Oh, Kaoru, the meat over here is all ready to go, so make sure Shiori-chan gets some.
はい、どうぞ。
Here you go.
ありがとうございます。柔らかくてとろけます。
Thank you. It's so soft. It practically melts in my mouth.
この焼き豆腐もお豆腐屋さんで買ってきたんだよ。
I got this grilled tofu from a specialty tofu store.
すき焼きの味がしっかり染み込んでて、お豆腐の味もすごく濃厚です。
The way the sukiyaki broth soaks into the tofu gives it such a rich taste. Shiori has already eaten a lot of meat, veggies, and other goodies. I've never had a large appetite, so I wonder if my parents find it especially rewarding to feed Shiori because of that.
喜んでもらえてよかったよ。明日からは引っ越してバタバタするだろうから、今日は鍋にして正解だったな。
I'm really happy you're enjoying it. We're gonna be pretty busy for the next 2 days getting you moved in, so a hearty meal like this the night before was the right call.
あれ
Yeah, I think so too. For the larger items in her new apartment, such as her bed and a washing machine, the larger items for her washing machine, such as her bed and an apartment, will be arriving tomorrow, with the actual move-in date being the day after that. She doesn't have a lot of stuff, and the new apartment is relatively close by, so the plan is simply to have my dad help bring everything over in his car instead of hiring a moving service.
お鍋を囲んで団らんなんて初めてかもしれません。
This might be the first time I've ever had a family meal like this. Hearing her say that is kind of heartbreaking. If she ever did spend time like this with her family in her past, she can't remember it offhand.
なら一人暮らしを始めてからもたまにはお鍋を食べに来てね。美味しいお肉をたくさん買えるように。あつしくん、お買い物はちょっと控えてね。
In that case, you'll have to come back from time to time for more hot pot. It'll give us an excuse to buy lots of delicious meat. Which means you're gonna have to hold off on your late night shopping for a bit, Atsushi-kun.
あそうだな。うん。ぜひ来てくれ。
I guess so. And you're welcome anytime.
お父さん、そこはもっとこう快諾してよ。
At least make it sound like you're gonna try, Dad. After that, Shiori continued to eat a lot more sukiyaki, plus a final helping of udon with the leftover broth, followed by cake for dessert. She keeps on hoping they'll eat cake by the ocean. What? She was all smiles throughout most of dinner, though a look of sadness crossed her face a couple of times.
ではお風呂に行ってきますね。
Well, I'm gonna take a bath now.
いってらっしゃい。
Sure, go for it.
ごちそうさまでした。すごく美味しくてとても幸せな時間でした。どうもありがとうございました。
Dinner was amazing. It was so good, and I had a really great time. Thank you so much. She gives a deep bow before heading toward the bathroom. My dad waits until she's gone before he clears his throat and begins to speak.
カオルにも伝えておかなくちゃいけないことがある。引っ越ししてからもしおりちゃんは実家の荷物整理を継続しなくちゃならないらしい。
There's something I have to tell you as well, Kaoru. Even after she moves, she's gonna need to figure out what she wants to do with her stuff that's still at her father's house.
皆木さん一人には今の一軒家は大きすぎるし、しおりちゃんが一人暮らしを始めると今よりお金もかかる。
That house is way too big for a single person, and with Shiori-chan having moved out, he'll have to pay for 2 places.
はっきり言うと今の家を売りに出す可能性が高いってことだ。皆木さんが直接言ったわけじゃないけどな。俺が聞いてる話を統合するとそういうことになる。
To put it bluntly, there's a very high chance her father's going to have to sell their current house. He hasn't said anything about that to me directly, but putting together what I know, I think that's how it's going to turn out. What?
しおりちゃんも気づいているというか理解していることだと思う。二人の選択の結果で覚悟だろう。
I have a feeling Shiori-chan has realized it herself, or at least that something along those lines could happen. She and her father both have to live with the consequences of their choices.
そんなしおりの家がなくなる。
Wait, you're saying she'll lose her house?
実家っていうのはふるさとそのものみたいなものだからな。それがなくなるのはたとえ可能性の段階だって間違いなくショックだろう。
The house a person grew up in is like a home base for them. Even just the thought of losing something like that can be traumatic.
きっとしおりちゃんはこれから自分の帰る場所に迷うことがあるかもしれない。
I'm sure Shiori-chan must be worried about not having a place she can call home anymore.
それなら大丈夫だよ。
Actually, I'm sure she's fine.
ん？
Huh?
私たち支え合うって決めたから。お互いの隣がお互いの居場所。
We've decided to be there for each other. Her home is wherever I am, and the same goes for me.
なるほど。いい友達ができたんだな。
I see. She's lucky to have a roommate like you.
違う。もう友達以上。しおりは私の彼女だから。
Well, not exactly. We're more than friends. She's my girlfriend. I need a reaction. Huh?
あら、
Oh gosh.
だから私はしおりと付き合ってるの。そういうこと。
Yeah, me and Shiori are dating. Now you know.
ちょっと待ってくれ。詳しく。
Wait, you... What? Hold on a minute. I'm gonna need more information here.
あんまり詳しく聞こうとするのは無粋なことだと思うよ。
Don't you think it's a little rude to pry too much, dear?
お母さんの言う通り。それにしおりと私が恋人同士って以上の話なんてないから。
Mom's right. The two of us are together, and that's all that matters.
そうか。なるほど。
See. Of course. My dad is shocked into silence by my frank announcement. He sits there for a moment, holding his head in his hand, his eyebrows furrowed in thought. Then he drinks the last of the wine in his glass before slowly opening his mouth.
自分で決めた人生なら後悔しないさ。
If this is what you decided is right for you, then I'm sure you won't have any regrets.
そのつもり。
Yup, that's the idea.
なら俺は今これ以上言うことはないな。明日からの引っ越ししっかり手伝ってあげるんだぞ。
In that case, I don't really have anything else to say right now. I'm gonna be busy helping Shiori move starting tomorrow, so I'll be expecting you to help out.
もちろん。ありがとう。
Of course. Thanks.
さあ、そろそろしおりちゃんが上がってくるんじゃないかな。かおちゃんも続いてお風呂行っちゃいなね。
Shiori-chan should be finishing up her bath soon. It'll be your turn next, Kao-chan.
引っ越しって体力だけじゃなくて精神力も削られるから、お風呂でしっかり疲れをとってね。
Moving takes a toll on your mind as well as your body, so have a good soak in the tub and get plenty of sleep tonight. I know you probably want to do Guild War, but you have to sleep.
そうする。
Okay, I will. Ka-chunk. How long is this game? I linger in the hallway for a bit after leaving the living room. I know I shouldn't eavesdrop, but I'm curious to hear what my parents are talking about.
50を過ぎてから時間の流れが随分と速くなった気がしてたけど、カオルの成長の速度はそれ以上だな。今さら実感するよ。
It feels like time has been speeding up ever since I turned 50, and somehow Kaoru has grown up even faster than that. The reality of it is finally hitting me.
そうだね。私たちなんて置いていって自分の道に行っちゃうんだから。でも私はかおちゃんの成長が嬉しいよ。あつしくんはどう？
I know, it's like she left us behind and gone off down her own path. But I'm happy to see she's grown as much as she has. How do you feel?
聞くまでもないだろう。正直まだ受け止めきれない複雑な気持ちもあるけどな。娘が自分の未来を自分で決めたことが嬉しくないはずないだろう。
Do you really need to ask? To be honest, I have mixed feelings about the entire situation, but how can I not be happy that my daughter was able to make a decision for herself about her future?
よかった。でね。
Good. I'm glad. Oh, and I stopped listening in on their conversation and get in my room to get changed. It's a little upsetting that my dad's reaction wasn't quite what I'd expected, but I still have zero regrets, because this is the choice I made for myself. No, stop with these fades to white. Why is it always fading to white? Why can't you just fade to black for once? I wake up in the morning before my alarm goes off. Shiori is by my side.
おはようございます。ちゅ。
Good morning. Moi.
おはよう。
Did you just see what happened with Shiori's arm? Did you just see what happened to her arm? Morning.
で、ちょっと。
Hey.
おはようのキスですよ。
I wanted to give you a good morning kiss. She giggles mischievously. Hoo 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 hoo. I'm starting to get used to kissing her after all the times we've done it, but the joy and thrill haven't diminished even a little. I slowly sit up and stretch. Shiori gets out of bed as well. Actually really cute. Okay.
怖い夢でも見たんですか？深夜にベッドからこちらのお布団に潜り込んできましたよね。
Did you have a nightmare? You got out of bed and slipped under the blankets with me in the middle of the night.
まあ、そんな感じ？
Something like that.
ならいい子してあげますね。
In that case, come here and let me cuddle you.
まあいいか。嫌じゃないし。
Well, if you want to, I don't mind. I feel like Shiori's got me wrapped around her finger more and more with each passing day. Not like that's a bad thing, though.
荷物何時に来るんだっけ？
When's your stuff arriving again?
9時から12時の間ですよ。この時間のどこかで届けてくれるそうです。
We're over 2.5 hours! Between 9 and 12. They said that they'll deliver it at some point between that time frame.
そうだった。じゃあ急いで準備しないとね。
I see. In that case, we better hurry up and get ready. We'll have to wait at our new apartment until the furniture arrives. It'll make a mess of our plans if we have to schedule a redelivery, so we absolutely cannot be late. We wash our faces before heading to the living room to eat some breakfast. This might get broken up into 2 episodes.
すぐ来てくれてよかったね、配達。
I'm glad the delivery guys showed up right away.
手伝ってくれてありがとうございます、カオルさん。
Me too. Thank you so much for helping out, Kaoru-san. Everything arrived near the start of the delivery window. Shiori's entire apartment. Whoa, she got an entire apartment delivered? That's crazy. Including the kitchen and bathroom, is about the size of my room. Now that the bed, fridge, and desk are in here too, it feels pretty cramped. Aw, dang. It'll probably feel even smaller after we move the rest of her stuff in tomorrow, but thinking about the amount of space she'll need on a daily basis, it should be big enough for her to live here by herself. More importantly, this is the place where Shiori's life can truly begin.
カオルさんにもご両親にも本当によくしていただいて、どうお礼をすればいいのかわかりませんね。
I don't know how to thank you and your parents for your kindness and care.
いいの。そういうのはさ、今度で。私が言うことじゃないけど、お父さんもお母さんも自分で決めてやってることだって言ってたしさ。何よりしおりを心配してる。
It's no big deal. It's what we're here for. I shouldn't be the one to tell you this, but my parents said they were helping you because they wanted to. We're all more worried about you than ourselves right now.
それはそれとして、なんだか早く終わった分、お散歩もできて得した気分だよね。
With that said, I'm really glad we finished up in time to take a nice walk after.
はい、そうですね。
Yes, indeed! I need that in the soundboard. Editor Neon, I'm marking this right now. This is the part where you put in that malice clip of him going, Indeed!
じゃあそろそろ戻ろう。
Well, we should probably start heading back. Before I can finish, Shiori suddenly grabs my sleeve, pulling me back. Is it Mide? It looks like she's just thought of something.
まだ帰りたくない？
You don't want to go back yet?
いろいろ手伝ってもらってるのに申し訳ないのですが、これって初デートですよね。
I don't like how I've got the camera centered today. I don't know. Today it feels like extra creepy staring at I don't know. Something about it just doesn't feel right. I'm sorry for making you help me out with everything today. What? Making you help me out with everything today. But also, is this our first date?
ああ、そうかも。最近は外に出るとき、私たち以外にも誰かいたしね。二人で出かけるって言っても、スーパー行ったり、引っ越しの準備だったりだったし。
Oh, I guess it is, huh? It seems like lately every time we go out, we're with someone else. And anytime we were alone, it was just to go to the grocery store or to deal with your move, like today.
今日も早めに帰らないといけないですけれど、ようやくこんな風に落ち着いてお出かけできたなって思いまして。
I know we have to get back as soon as we can, but I was just thinking how nice it is to finally get a chance to go out somewhere. Just the two of us. And relax like this.
うん、そうだね。今日が初デートの日。せっかく来たし、遊園地行こう。近いのに行ってなかったもんね。
Yeah, it's good. Today marks our first official date. And since we're already here, how about we go to the amusement park? Even though it's so close by, I've actually never been there. Okay. We decided to take a walk over to the amusement park. It's close enough that I can already see the Ferris wheel and the roller coasters from there. Maybe Shiori is going to give me a Pokemon with a hidden ability. What? Oh, I was blocking my mouth with my mic. Shout out Pokemon Black and White too. We've been to Sea Paradise before already, but that whole place is built around the aquarium, so it's got a completely different vibe, man. It's like totally tubular. We arrive at the park within like 10 minutes, brah. It's free to get in, but like, each ride requires its own separate ticket, brah. It's so not gnarly. We enjoy a bunch of rides though, and play a couple of the carnival games. As the time when we need to leave approaches, we decide on our final ride. We're going for the most famous attraction in the park, the Ferris wheel. I know that kind of sounds like it might be an iron wheel, but that's Ferris Ferrous, and this is Ferris Ferris. What? I'm gonna stop that. CG?
ここの観覧車大きいよね。
The Ferris wheel here is huge. We got Duck Kaoru back. She got this weird duck face. I don't know why, but whenever I see this specific type, I think duck. I'm not gonna explain because I can't. This kind of reminds me of the Ferris wheel in Mamiya because they're on a Ferris wheel. But this game is far less confusing or mysterious than Mamiya. It's also not nearly as dark as Mamiya. Shout out to the second cast of characters in Mamiya. Y'all got some weird stories, like some absolutely weird stories. Like some of you giving Zenku Buddha a run for his money. What? No one even knows what I'm talking about.
はい、そうですね。ランドマークタワーとどっちが高いんでしょうか?
It certainly is. Which one do you think is taller? The Ferris wheel, or the landmark tower, or me?
さすがにランドマークタワーじゃないかな。ほら、こっから見えるし。
It has to be the tower, right? I mean, you can see Lobelia from over here, and you're like 5'2", Shiori.
見えました。
There it is. And I'm not 5'2", I'm 5'2 and a half.
前にあの展望台行けなかったしさ。今度一緒に行こうね。これからたくさんデートしたいしさ。
We weren't actually able to get to the observation deck last time. I think they said something about a terrorist attack? But maybe we can go together sometime. I want to go on so many dates with you, and eat so many dates on dates with you, and eat dates on you. What?
もちろんです。
Yes, of course. I'll let you eat dates off of my body.
What?
Don't act like you're not the one saying these words, Neon.
Riding the Ferris wheel makes me feel as if I'm cut off from the world, because I'm trapped in this small metal cage dangling on the slowly moving iron wheel, hundreds of feet above the ground, at the mercy of the mechanical power and the lifts and the electricity and the operator and whatever else could go wrong inside a Ferris wheel. The view outside is wonderful, but the inside of this little cabin is a special place for us alone and all the other people that might be able to see us through the glass. As Shiori watches the cityscape gradually move further away from us, she murmurs under her breath.
今もまだ自分の決断が正しかったかわからないんです。
I still don't know if I made the right choice.
It's been about 2 weeks since Shiori told her father during a mediated meeting that she decided to leave him behind and move out. She's gonna have him stay where he belongs, in her memories, but he will never be a memory. I remember she'd said something similar that same day. Objectively speaking, I can't say if she made the right choice or not, either.
ふとした瞬間に思うんです。
私は全然不幸じゃなかったって。恵まれてるのにわがままを言ってよかったのかなって。
Sometimes I'll have a moment where I think to myself that I wasn't really that unhappy, and then I wonder if it was okay for me to act so selfishly when I'd been blessed with so much. #blessed.
そういう疑問が自分の中に湧くと、自分の感じた気持ちと心を大事にするって決めたことを思い出すんです。
But then, every time I question myself, I remember that I've resolved to value my own heart and my own feelings.
ぐるぐるぐるぐる、お布団に入った後やふと目が覚めてしまった時に何度も考えているんです。ごめんなさい、またこんな話をして。
Round and round, round and round. I can't stop agonizing over it as I'm lying awake in bed, or if I wake up in the middle of the night. Oh, sorry. There I go talking about it again, like Miley Cyrus and twerking.
Maybe they'll make you forget all my twerking. Oh crap, why did I bring up twerking? I said it again. Damn it.
気にしないで。
It's fine, really. You can twerk if you want. Just maybe not in the Ferris wheel.
いえ、せっかくのデートですから。でも、もう一つだけ喋ってもいいですか？
No, we're on a date. I have to twerk. But for real, can I say one last thing?
もちろん、一つと言わず、いくつでも。
Of course, you can say as many things as you want. Like, things.
引っ越しの荷ほどきが落ち着いて、今より気持ちの整理ができたら、お父さんに手紙を書こうと思っているんです。
Well, once I'm all moved in, and things have settled down, when I have time to get my thoughts in order, and eat Belvita breakfast biscuits, I was thinking of writing a letter to my father.
本音を言えば、もう少しお父さんの気持ちを知りたかったです。でも贅沢は言いません。離れるって決めたのは私なので、だからこそ私から。
To tell you the truth, I'd like to be able to understand my father's feelings a little better. I'm not expecting much, though. After all, I'm the one who decided to leave. And that's why I'm the one who has to reach out.
いいと思う。無責任に言っちゃうけどさ、しおりが考えた結果ならそれが一番だと思う。
That sounds like a good idea. Not like my opinion matters here, but if you think it'll help, then you should do it.
ありがとうございます。カオルさんならそう言ってくれると分かってて言っちゃいました。ずるいですよね、私。
Thank you. I knew you would say that, which is partly why I told you. I know that's kind of sneaky of me.
ちょっとね。でも好き。
Maybe a little, but I still love you. Did I get her blinking? Is she blinking? Does she have her eyes closed? No, she is not.
私もです。
I love you too.
It's hard to tell how high up we are from inside the gondola. We're still going up though, so we must have a fair bit of time left on the Ferris wheel.
将来、進路とも向き合わないといけないですし、サボってしまった分の勉強もちゃんとしなくてはいけないですし、宿題もありますし、やることがたくさんあります。
I have to figure out my future. I've got career plans to think about, and breakfast breaks. I have to figure out my future. I've got career plans to think about, studying to catch up on, homework to finish, and all sorts of other things to do.
大変だね。
Sounds rough.
あ、宿題はカオルさんもですからね。
You still have homework too, Kaoru-san.
まあね。大学受験に向けて計画立てないと。それだけじゃなくて、私だってまだ向き合ってないことあるしさ。 で、ごめん。私も重い話しちゃったね。
Yeah, I know. I need to start planning for my college entrance exams. Not only that, but there's still a bunch of stuff I need to figure out, and sorry, I'm not helping lighten the mood any.
家族になる前提の恋人同士ですから、自然とこういう話をしちゃうのかもしれません。
I wonder if... I think all my markers have been messed up now. I don't think I had numlock on, so I don't think any of my markers have been saving. Rest in peace, future Neon. You're gonna have to manually go through this and find all those spots.
We're a couple who are trying to become a family, so it's only natural that we talk about this kind of stuff together.
あ、それ。そういうこと。
True. I guess you're right.
はい。それで恋人同士ですることといえば、
I am. And speaking of being a couple,
She looks me straight in the eyes. How ironic. It's crystal clear to me what she's about to say, or rather, what she wants to do.
キス？
You want a kiss?
うわ
そろそろ頂点みたいだし、しちゃっても周りからはあんまし見えないと思うよ。
We should be right at the very top. I doubt anyone would be able to see us from this angle, unless they're up in Tokyo Tower.
ちょっとは見られちゃうんですよね。
A few people would be able to, like the people in Tokyo Tower, like Lobelia.
両隣のゴンドラのカップル、思いっきりしてたし。
True, the couples to either side of us would have front row seats, and Lobelia.
見てたんですか。でもそれなら私たちもちょっとだけ。
They might see us. Well, even so, if it's just a small kiss.
ちょっとだけ。
Yep, just a smooch, because as you know, every smooch begins with Shiori. That doesn't work that well, I'll be honest, that was not my best one. Every kiss begins with Kaoru. That one was a lot better. And before we know it, we're kissing. We lock lips just as the gondola passes the highest point on the Ferris wheel. Even with my eyes closed, I can feel the warm sunshine on my body. Be a little concerning if you couldn't— wait. Seconds pass, though it feels like an eternity. By the time the gondola begins its descent, we've already broken our kiss. Are these the last 2 CGs we need? Are these the last 2? Is this gonna be like a 20-minute recording? We stare into each other's eyes, close enough their eyelashes are practically touching.
ずっと一緒にいてください。
Promise you won't leave me.
ずっと一緒にいよう。
Why isn't her mouth moving? She was like, I promise I'll stay with you. Okay, hold on. She was like, wait, hold on. Hold on. She was like, I promise I'll stay with you forever. Like what? Read my lips.
どこまでも続く青い空。
Read my lips, cause they're not moving. Outside the window, the blue sky. Wait, outside the window, the blue sky stretches out endlessly. No, not a haiku. I was not paying attention. She might have said it as a haiku, but they did not translate it as a haiku. Mr. Blue Sky? Oh, I clicked on hide. I thought I clicked
お互い
advance.
の手にそっと触れてから、指を絡めて、しっかりと手をつなぐ。
Okay, I don't think that was a haiku either. We reach out for one another, our fingers entwining as we hold hands.
この手のぬくもりを一生忘れないと心に誓う。
Excuse me. I promise, from the bottom of my heart, that I will never forget the warmth of your hands for the rest of my life, even if I get Alzheimer's or dementia.
だってこれが世界で一番本当を実感できる瞬間なんだから。
because I've never felt anything so real as I did in this moment. I like that I don't think we've ever heard that music before. I like that's an entirely new song. It's not the... Wait, hold on, how long is this recording? We're 22 minutes, bro. Bro, at this point, I might as well have made last episode the one episode, just made it like a 3-hour episode. Man, this song is like a banger, though. Last week was just under 2 hours. Man, I should have just had a 3-hour episode. I can't wait to get copyrighted on YouTube. I cannot wait. Hey yo, best girl. You know what? Shout out to student A and student B. Oh, Shishi my Rinka, that was Rinka. Oh, it's Mocha. Oh, this is an acoustic version of the opening. That's the was. I was like, this sounds similar, but it doesn't sound the same. I think this is an acoustic version of the opening. That was Rinka. I was like, Shishi my Rinka. Why isn't there a picture there? And I was like, oh right, she's from Fatal. It was Lionhouse. We gotta finish Rinka's story now. Over on Twitch. Twitch.tv/visualne0n. The only things when we stream in there are probably gonna be Friday night gaming with the boys on Friday, obviously, and then Three Houses Maddening and Fatal 12 with Rinka, Shishimai Rinka, and Lionhouse. Sunshade! Sunshade! Acoustic guitar version. Ayo! This is such a banger song. Falling in love. I actually like this version way more than the normal version. I like acoustic versions of songs. They're really good. There are a couple acoustic Paramore songs. Those are really good. And there's an acoustic version of Secrets by State Champs. That one's really good. Cinderblock Garden is another one that has a really good acoustic version. This is pretty pog as well. Man, you know what's kind of sad about this? I'm recording this so much later than the last episode, and it's so late at night I really don't remember a lot of what happened last time. But, man, at VTuber, ayo! I am gonna sit here. You gotta sit through the credits. I don't like anybody who like invests any sort of time into a game and like gets to the credit scenes and then skips them and like doesn't sit here and like actually look at them. Wilding. You're actually wilding if you don't like sit there and look at the credits of a game or like a movie, or like a TV show. Like, well, maybe not a TV show, but like definitely movies and games. You're wilding if you're not sitting and watching the credits. Like, especially for TV shows, I'll say, like, maybe not every episode, but like definitely at the end of the series or the end of a season, you gotta look at the credits. You know, I'll talk about some stuff about the game, I guess, and I'll probably talk more at the end. I don't know how long this is gonna go on. I guess I should just start talking about it now. But actually, how many languages was I think this is just it's just Japanese, English, and Chinese. So this should be the last set. Oh no, I guess that's it. There's the logo, and there goes Mocha and Monotocha. Bye. Monotocha. Anyway, I guess we're going back to the title screen, huh? Oh wait, no we're not. End credits? This is why you don't skip the credits. Hey yo, hey, Shiori's new room. This looks fire.
にか日付が変わる前に落ち着けたね。
This place looks awesome. I'm not tabbed into the game. Okay, that's not okay. Phew, somehow you managed to get settled in before midnight.
はい、終わりました。もし一人で荷ほどきをしていたらと思うと恐ろしいです。
Yes, I'm done. I dread to think what it would have been like if I had to move all by myself.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to click. Today was Shiori's move-in day. Get it? Like Mocha the cow? Move in. She didn't have that much stuff to bring over, but we've been unpacking since noon, and by the time we're done putting everything in its place, it's late at night. It's been a pretty warm day as well, so we got kinda sweaty. We took turns with the showers so we could both freshen up.
新居って感じだね。
It's got that new apartment feel to it.
今が一番片付いている状態ですからね。
This is probably the cleanest it's ever gonna be.
しおりだったらきっとこの状態を維持するでしょ。
Knowing you, I'm sure it'll stay this way forever, just like my love for you.
頑張ります。それで立花さん、今日は
I'll try my best. So tonight, are you planning to...
この通りもうパジャマだし、さすがにこの時間だし泊まっていいよね。
Yup, I am. I've already got my PJs on, and it's pretty late, so hopefully you don't mind if I stay here tonight.
もちろんです。正直いきなり一人になるのは寂しかったですし。
Of course. Actually, thinking about spending the night all by myself was making me feel lonely.
It's the first night of her new life on her own. I know I'm gonna miss having you around all the time.
それで、ちょっと小腹が空きませんか？
Also, I was thinking, might you happen to be feeling a little hungry? I've got these Belvita breakfast biscuits here.
「この時間に食べると太りそうだけど、今日くらいいいか。夕飯お菓子しか食べてなかったし。
We're gonna put on weight if we eat this late at night, but I guess it's fine if it's just this once. We only had some snacks for dinner. I went out of my way, not gonna lie, I kinda went out of my way to get a snack that would not lend itself well to recording. I got some little like Korean barbecue jerky bites, and I was like, I'm gonna eat these. And then I was like, maybe I shouldn't eat those. Maybe I don't want to eat those right before I go to bed. So instead, I decided to go for these breakfast biscuits, but they're much louder, unfortunately.
はい、カップラーメンを買ってありますので。
Prepare your ears.
Right. I brought some cup noodles.
カップ麺久しぶり。シーフードのある？
It's been a while since I had those. Do you have seafood flavor? She begins to boil some water using an old kettle she brought from home. Most of the dishes, cutlery, and towels are from Shiori's old house, but there are still a couple of extras from my place as well. Seeing her use the cookware and utensils I'm used to having around my house is oddly comforting in a way. The lion house? Did you see the mocha back there?
All done.
ありがとう。しおりはカレーなんだね。いただきます。
Thanks. You went with curry, huh? Bone apple It's hot.
何か流しますか？
Would you, like to listen to something while we eat?
じゃあ適当に。
Sure, I'm fine with whatever you want. Shiori opens up a radio app and sets her phone on the table. She starts a podcast by one of the comedians she likes that was originally streamed earlier this morning. We sit side by side, slurping noodles, and before we know it, we're all done eating.
ごちそうさま。 じゃあ歯磨きしよ
That was delicious. I'm gonna brush my teeth.
そういえばカオルさんの歯ブラシは
Actually, now that I think of it, won't you need a...
う。新しいのを持ってきてるよ。置いといてもいい？
Oh, I brought a new one with me. Is it okay if I leave it here?
はい
Yes.
Gotta get this I want. No! What? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. That's why I was like, why didn't I take a screenshot? I pressed Alt 1. I'm supposed to press Alt F1. After brushing my teeth, I returned to the living room to find Shiori clearly wanting to say something, her mouth opening and closing soundlessly, sort of like this.
さっきから妙にぎこちないよね。やっぱり落ち着かない？
You've been acting weird all night. Having trouble getting settled in, huh?
はいそれもあります
Yes, that's part of it.
それも？
Part of it?
その
The thing is, you see,
Shiori seems unable to formulate a proper answer to my question. With her cheeks bright pink and her gaze lowered, she falls silent. She's acting bizarre, like, incredibly so. It finally hits me. The reason why Shiori's been acting weirdly anxious ever since she got out of the shower.
いつも察しがいいのにどうしてこう
how is it you're always so perceptive, but when I need you to figure things out, I mean,
ああ、
Yeah. Well, you know,
いえ
no, it's just that,
ellipses.
私はしおりが好き。
Just remember that I love you. I did not press that. I did not press the advanced text button there. What was that?
私もカオルさんが好きです大好きです
and I love you too, Kaoru-san, so much.
とりあえず電
like
気消そっか。
It's like it's auto-advancing after the second ellipses. Anyway, should I turn off the light now? I am a fire, your gasoline. Don't pour yourself all over me.
はい真っ暗だと何も見えないので常夜灯だけつけたままでもいいですか
Yes, I won't be able to see anything though, so can we leave the nightlight on?
We'll let this place go down in flames only one more time. No, the part I was going for, the you kill the lights, I'll draw the blinds. Don't dull the sparkle in your eyes.
しおりがいいならそれで。
Huh? Oh, sure, if that's what you want. I know that we were made to break, so what? I don't mind.
ありがとうございますよろしくお願いします
Hey yo, look here. I just noticed that. That's like, those are CGs from the game, sort of. I don't remember what this is from, but that's how did they get that? What? It's a picture of the three of them in home ec. How did they get that picture? But like, that's funny.
Thank you. Also, please be patient with me.
They disappeared, like Patrick Swayze. As for Shiori's request, I turn off the lights, but switch on her night light. With the world suddenly shrouded in darkness, my other senses go into overdrive. I smell the scent of our shampoo, hear the sound of our anxious breathing, and feel the bed sheets against my skin.
私初めてなので
This is my first time, so...
だよね。大丈夫。なるようになる。
Same, but I know it'll be fine. I'm sure of it. Everything after that is a blur. In order to comply with international copyright, what is it that Monokuma says? Removed to comply with international censorship laws. Though I know we spend a peaceful and very happy night together. It's called subtext, although in this case it's not very subtle. You can't do that on television. Shout out all the old heads that know about you can't do that on you can't. Oh, Shiori's new room. Oh, I keep missing it. I keep getting the fade out. Like I keep getting a screenshot as the Shiori's new room is starting to fade out, and that's not what I wanted. The next morning. It's cooler than usual, thanks for having us left the air conditioner running all night. I guess you could say that it's cool for the summer. Thank you for your service, Demi. My joints are stiff and sore. Rubbing my sleepy eyes, I look up at the ceiling. I don't realize I've been kidnapped! Which is when I finally snap wide awake. Oh! The last CG. So there was one more CG. And I don't think I can use this as a YouTube thumbnail. I don't think YouTube's gonna like that. This is Shiori's new apartment. And I'm in bed next to the person I love. What is she wearing? What does this say? Citron Dew? Okay. That's supposed to, what's that supposed to be? This supposed to be like Calvin Klein or something? Morning. Good morning. Is this another new song? I'm wide awake for some reason. I'm not tired at all.
私もです。まだ3時間くらいしか寝てないと思うんですけれど、飽きちゃいました。
Look at her shoulder. Look at girl's shoulder. Look at her elbow. Dang. What have your parents been feeding you, Kaoru?
Yes, I feel the same way. I was only able to get 3 hours of sleep, but it seems that was enough.
時計見れてたんだ。
Aww, when did you check the time? Also, why is she laying like this? What is she doing? So this window is up again. Oh wait, what is this a door? Wait, is this a balcony? I'm so confused about this CG composition. So here's their bed, right? Here's the corner of the wall. Here's a window, but it looks like this isn't actually a window. It looks like this is a door either out to a porch or a balcony. And so like her bed is just like right here, I guess. But then like it clearly is a single bed because you can see the if you're looking at the bed from the foot, looking at the head, this is the right like head post, whatever that's called on a bed. And you can very clearly see that's the side. And you can see down here that we've got the, if I click on this, it's going to make this go up. We've got the left side of the bed here. So like, where is she? What is she doing? Like, it doesn't look like there's nearly enough space for her to be on here. If anything, it looks like maybe she's got her right hip on the edge of the bed, and then like the rest of her body is just dangling off the bed onto the floor. Like, but then like she's immediately pressed up against this door. This doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. This does not make any sense.
たまたま目に入っただけです。余裕なんてなかったですから。
I just happened to notice. It's not like I was bored or anything, Baka.
分かってるよ。
I know.
だって同 じだし。
I definitely wasn't either. Awkward. We're holding hands while lying in bed. I don't think we can show this. Editor Neon, make sure you put a censor in here. Don't put a censor in before this moment. Only put the censor in after I say we need the censor. Leave it uncensored until then. I can feel the heat shared between us where our palms are pressed together.
すごく幸せな時間でした。
I've had such a wonderful time. I'll tell you what they were doing last night, in case you haven't figured it out, what they were doing last night. They were trying to go through... Actually, that would explain... Wait, hold on. I think I figured out why her elbow and her shoulders are so pointy, and how Shiori is somehow seemingly able to be on the bed and also dangling off, and also, like, not being in pain. I think it might just be because that they both went through body reformation, you know? Last night they were dual cultivating, and they were able to advance. They were able to do whatever it is that you want to do. I don't know what your wuxia or what's the other one? I guess wuxia is sort of like all-encompassing. Whether you're talking like a Murim story or like some sort of cultivation story, I don't care what kind of system. Whether you want to say that they're like creating more cores in their danshin, or they're doing something with some sort of like chi circle with their heart. I don't care what system you're using. That's what they were doing. They ranked up. They went to like the supreme martial peak, and that's why she looks like this. And that's how Shiori is able to perform this seemingly physics-defying feat. It's clear to see. What I'm trying to say is they're martial artists.
私も。
Me too. She nods before continuing with, I don't mean just last night. I don't mean just last night.
ずっとカオルさんと出会ってからの時間はずっと幸せな時間です。私は知らないことだらけでしたから。
Oh, did I get her blinking? I did. Oh, that looks kind of nice, actually. I've loved every minute, every second of the time I've spent with you since the first day we've met. I've learned so much.
楽しいことも辛いことも人を好きになることがこんなに幸せなんだってことも。
Editor Neon, you can get rid of the censor.
Including how amazing it is to love someone, the good times and the bad.
They're bad to the bone. No.
自分の気持ちに嘘をついて自分と向き合ってこなかった私には気づけるはずのないことでした。
If I had continued to lie to myself and refused to deal with my own issues, I never would have learned the things I did.
でもさ、しおりはたくさんの思い出と向き合って前に進んだじゃん。
But you were able to face your past and move on.
カオルさんのおかげですよ。嘘をつくのが苦手なカオルさんと一緒だったからできたんです。
Thanks to you, Kaoru-san. I couldn't have done it without you and your utter inability to lie.
そっか。じゃあ私は頑固なしおりと一緒だったから前に進めたってとこかな。
Yeah, well then, I guess I was able to grow thanks to you and your bullheaded stubbornness, Shiori.
もうそういう言い方してそういうところも好きです。
Come on, you're ruining the moment. That's part of what I love about you.
She presses her forehead against mine. As we lie there in kissing distance, she whispers,
これからもたくさんわからないことにぶつかると思います。でもきっと大丈夫です。カオルさんと一緒なら。
They're really just gonna let her mouth keep moving. That's so funny. She's just like going.
I'm sure I'll have to learn how to deal with many more things in the future. But it'll all work out in the end, because I'll have you with me.
同じこと考えてた。わからないことは一つずつわかるにしてくしかないんだよね。
I was
しおり
think
と一緒に。
I was thinking the same thing. All I can do is face each unknown one by one until I can understand them. We'll do it together.
よろしくお願いします。末永く。
I really hope, I feel like she's gonna kiss her. I really hope that she just falls off the bed because I think that would be really funny.
Thank you for being with me. For now and many years to come.
何度でも言うよ。こちらこそ。
I'll tell you as many times as you need me to. It's my pleasure.
幸せすぎてお腹空いてきちゃいました。
I'm so happy. And now I'm hungry.
しおりらしいね。じゃあ服着て朝ごはん買いに行こっか。
Oh, of course you would be. Let's get changed and then we can get some breakfast.
でもその前に
Okay, but before we do...
One last time.
大好きです。
Oh. That's not what I thought. It's not what I thought was going to happen. I did not think that was going to happen. I thought they were going to kiss each other.
I love you so much.
I thought they were going to... Okay, well. I thought maybe they had one more
恋っ
anime...
て何なのかずっと考えてた。
I've always wondered what love really
い
is.
ろんな嘘から始まった恋。
A love that was born from various lies. Also, if you've been watching this throughout the whole series and you have the ability, especially if you're watching this in the future when the series is already done, and you've been watching all the episodes back to back to back, she might have been doing this at the beginning of the game, this monologue thing, and I just don't remember, so.
嘘がなければ始まらなかった恋。
A love that would never have been born without those lies.
恋って何なのかずっと考えてた。答えは出てない。多分どうでもいい。
I've always wondered what love really is, and I could never come up with an answer. It probably doesn't matter anyway.
正しいか間違ってるかそういうことはわからない。
I don't know what's right or wrong.
けど一つ言えること。
But I can say one thing.
この気持ちに嘘はない。
The way I feel isn't a lie at all.
それで十分。だって私が決めたから。
And I've decided that's enough for me. Real end?
大好き。
I love you. Real end? Real ending?
ようやく私の夏休みが始まる。
I think my summer break is
気がする。
finally starting. She says as I upload this in December. No. The summer of love that began with a lie. Okay, so
嘘から始
we
ま
were
る
at 22 minutes before. Okay, we're at 50 minutes. Okay. There's like another like 25, 30 minutes. Okay, we're good. Oh man, if it had just ended after we got the credits with Sunshade and it was just over and it was just like 22 minutes long, man, that would have been crazy. I want to see how this has all been filled out now for my own self-satisfaction. I just need to see it. I need to see these final pieces. I need to see no more blank spaces. I need it. You guys don't understand how much this has been like plaguing me that we had empty spots in this. So this 100% is Lionhouse. I'm pretty sure this is the same CG they use in Fatal 12 for Tokyo Tower. This is the same place that Mao is at, the same subway thing, it's just from the opposite angle, like the opposite side. And I'm also pretty sure this is the exact same CG they use in Fatal 12 for that too. This is also the same place, it's just we're looking at it from a different angle. So I think that's really funny. And I still can't get over how much this doesn't look like literally anything else in the game. Like, I'll give it to this one. This one's kind of weird. So is this one. These are kind of weird, because these are kind of like Easter eggs. But I can't get over the fact that we've got all these like other CGs, and they all like very clearly have the same kind of like style and everything. And then we have this, and this looks like a 3D render from like behind the scenes of Detroit Become Human or something. It's so funny. Anyway, yeah, I don't know why her elbow, or not her elbow, her shoulder is so pointy here. It's not pointy here, it's not pointy here, it's not pointy here, it's not pointy here. Do we have any other moments of her? Okay, it's kind of pointy here. Do we have any other pointy shoulder moments from Kaoru? Okay, it's kind of, well, that's not as bad though. Okay, that's pretty pointy. That's pretty pointy. I don't think we ever saw this in game. I don't think we ever saw this in game. Look at Riku's face. Look at her face. Riku's like so scandalized, and then we've got this girl, this faceless, unnamed. Well, she's not faceless. This unnamed girl in the back who's like. She's like, thighs. Okay, so we do at least have one other pointy shoulder Kaoru, but her shoulders usually aren't that pointy. So I don't know. Also, good. Okay, this is just the bandage. Okay. Yeah, I mean, look. Look at how not pointy those shoulders are. Elbows are kind of pointy, but like elbows are elbows. You know, people got bony elbows. Let me I want to double check this one too. Is this just them kissing? Oh wait, hold on. Okay, so I think this, in Shiori's bedroom, I think there's this, but it's not them kissing, but Kaoru's arm is in the same position, and I think the image has been flipped. So Kaoru is on the right side instead of the left side. One of the pictures, the picture on the end, closest to the center of the screen, so on the left side, or the right side of the shelf, was just this. It was just this picture. Then there's one of Kaoru, it looked like she was holding a bag. I don't think that was in any of the CGs. But, that was the end of UsoNatsu. We're gonna stay here, because I'm not gonna full screen that again, because I'm not gonna give YouTube any more chances to be like, no monetization for you. Flagged. Violating terms of service. But this is a really fun game. I'll be honest, I kind of just bought this on a whim because I like the colors, and we were coming in kind of hot off a seabed, and I actually have had this game for a long time. I know I've mentioned it before. I bought this game because it was on sale, and I was coming in hot off a seabed, and I really enjoyed playing UsoNatsu. I think, I don't know, it just might be when I'm recording this, like I'm recording this so late. I think that Seabed had a much bigger impact on me. I think it ended up being, actually they might have ended up, no, Seabed has got to be way longer, because I had several like 4-hour streams of Seabed. But Seabed was only like, it was 13 streams, so maybe it is shorter, I don't know. Maybe they're about the same length. Seabed did something for me. I don't know what it is, but Seabed really did something for me. And UsoNatsu was great, don't get me wrong, it's a great game. I really enjoyed it, I really like the characters, but... And maybe this is just because I thought it was gonna be, I knew it was gonna be over this episode, and I knew last week when I finished episode 23 that it was gonna be over, and so I've kind of made my peace with it. But Seabed ending made me feel some type of way, and I just don't feel that with UsoNatsu. I don't know what it is. I think that the pacing was not as good as Seabed, although Seabed was kind of whack. I don't know, I just felt like there were some parts of the story that felt like it was going on for a long time, and some parts that felt like it was really short. Like, having finished it, it seems really short in retrospect. I remember thinking, probably around episode 6 or 7, I was like, dang, we gotta be like close to the end or something like this, and we were not close at all. But I don't know, I felt like some things dragged on for too long, and some things didn't get enough time. I feel like Mirei did not get nearly as much screen time as she maybe should have to really flesh out her. And her appearances were always they were always in weird times, and she got a lot at the end, but I don't know, I never felt as connected to Mirei the way that Kaoru obviously felt. And I also feel like we didn't see a lot of Riku. And I get that towards the end, they were like, things were going off and we're getting all the Kaoru Shiori stuff. I just felt like the end, these last few episodes, let me check on YouTube. I feel like these few episodes between maybe 18 to now, maybe even like 20 to now, have felt very short and very long at the same time. Like, I don't know, it felt like so much happened and yet so little happened at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. And like I said, some of this could just be that I sort of had like a while for after last episode, recording last episode, to kind of accept the fact that UsoNatsu was going to be done, and that's just going to be it, unless I get the CD drama. But I don't know. Good game. Still, I don't think anything is ever going to come anywhere close to Seabed in terms of a combination of writing and just what Seabed did for me. I don't know, like Seabed really reached me, and this was a really good game. It really was. It's such an unusual like story. Not that like the story is unusual, but like the specifics. Like, I don't know, this was like a really real story. In the same way that Seabed was like a really real story. But they both went in like two really different directions. And I don't know. I wish it was longer. I know that might seem kind of crazy coming in at episode 24 where every episode's been like about an hour and a half. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's sad to see UsoNatsu end. I am pretty torn up about it. But it was just, I don't know. It's such a story, you know? Like, I don't know. It's just like not the typical like genre medium to be putting in stuff about like domestic abuse and like suicide and depression and stuff like that. And it's so colorful and cheery, and that doesn't like take away from the tone of the game at all. I don't know. I think that, I don't know. I think that's it. I think I'm just gonna have to end the episode here. we'll go back to the main screen here. I'm gonna stay small, probably. Make it easier on Editor Neon. Editor Neon, you know I'm getting this one to you late, and I know that when I say that, it means that in like 3 minutes, I'm gonna open up DaVinci and put this all together. But it's been a wild ride with all of you watching, and if you've gotten this far, if you've gotten to the last episode of UsoNatsu, I'd really like to thank you for sticking with me this long. I know we've had our rough bits. I know that first episode is really rough, and I know I've had some problems with the audio since then, and I know I've probably made a bunch of really bad jokes that you were just thinking, man, why is he doing this? Why did he say that? That was so dumb. But thank you all for watching UsoNatsu. I'm a little disappointed we didn't get to episode 25, not gonna lie, but maybe I can do episode 25 reacting to the CD drama. I'm probably not gonna do that, but I might. Who knows? Episode 25 of UsoNatsu, part 25 in like 3 years. But I gotta get started on No Sleep for Kaname Date. I know I said in the post that came out on Wednesday that next week we'd be doing No Sleep for Kaname Date. I might put that off like for 1 week. I might just take a break and like record a bunch of episodes and get those all rolling. So we'll see how that goes. But once again, thank you all for watching UsoNatsu. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed thus far on the channel. We're done with the very first game, very first series, first ever Let's Play done. So UsoNatsu officially in the record books as the very first playthrough on this channel. As always, there are 2 ongoing polls because I can only put 4 options in each poll for games to play in the future. Those will continue to be up until we play the games, I guess, or people just don't want the other games to be played. Right now, Zenki Zero is in the lead. I've already played the game, but this is going to be a fresh new game run on the hardest difficulty because I thought, man, maybe I could do this. But we got a lot of different options, and if there are any, there might be some other games cropping up that I might be interested in playing. So be sure to watch out for those. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments or leave them on the posts. And yeah, thank you all for watching UsoNatsu, episode 24, Visual Neon.